Hello, everyone, Randy here, and today we're going to be installing some contraband in my computer. That's right, an RTX 3080. How did I get my hands on these? Well, stay tuned. I'll tell you later in the video here. But yes, we're going to be upgrading the graphics card here. Currently running a GTX 1080 Ti, upgrading to EVGA 3080, which are nearly impossible to get your hands on at the moment. Also going to be doing some other switches around here as well. I'll bring you in a little bit closer. I'm going to show you what I all plan on doing here today. Second upgrade I plan on installing an AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. Currently have the 3950X in there. We're going to be upgrading the CPU here as well, and along with that, a brand new block as well. Next on the list, you can probably tell, I got water cooling in the computer. New graphics card. Seems to be a lack of water cooling on that one. So I'm going to be removing a lot of the tubing here that goes for the graphics card. I also plan on probably removing this rear radiator. I'll just put a fan back there. I think that'll be fine. We got a 3x120 up top. I think that'll be more than enough to handle the CPU. And that'll simplify all this mess of hoses significantly, I'm hoping. And I forget to mention it here, but I don't know if you can see back there that CPU block is all cracked up. So that's why I got a new block here. Okay, well, first things first, I think we're going to remove the rear radiator here, and that'll get a lot of the stuff out of our way. Okay, next up we'll switch out the CPU real quick here. Just a matter of lifting up on that. Getting that hose out of the way. Ryzen 3950X. To a Ryzen 9 59X. 5950X. And then we'll install the CPU cooler on it here, which appears to come pre-applied with paste on it. Well, unfortunately, upon further review, it looks like I need to put the original mounting plate that came with the motherboard back on there. The new cooler is not compatible with the mounting plate that the EK water block had. The EK water block used a custom plate on the back. And of course, the cutout in the back of this case that one does not line up with that, so I gotta pull the entire motherboard off so I can take that one off, put this one back on. Okay, there we go. Okay, when all that mess here, finally got that switched around. Now let's put the block in. And I do have new fittings to go with this as well. Okay, we got a couple new hoses made for the water block here. I was just going to reuse the old ones off the old water block, but they just weren't quite the right length for how I wanted to run them. Plus, they were kind of ugly looking, so made some new ones. The red one here is probably going to go to there. I don't think I can quite bend down to the bottom like I was initially thinking. There's too much of a bend even with the anti-kink coils on there. That one's going to go down to the pump, and then from the reservoir, one down to the pump, and then, of course, one down to the bottom on that radiator. So anyway, let's get the reservoir reinstalled here. I just finished cleaning this out. Unfortunately, I made the mistake of running some actual, like, professional liquid cooling in here at some point, and it's left some nasty, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, nasty blue lines. It's, yeah, crap. Absolute crap. I recommend running distilled water. Okay, and I'm going to leave that disconnected until I set the computer back up and I can get all those hoses reconnected. These hoses may look longer, but that's so I can pull the reservoir out the front and fill it. So they need to be be able to do that number. Hopefully that makes sense there. And of course I went for the most important upgrade of the computer here, the RTX 3080. Well, I went after 3 hours of work later. Whew, finally, I got this beast back together here, just retube and everything. I still need to get the water filled in it, get it started up. Run the pump, make sure that's all good, no leaks before I actually fire it up. The RTX 3080 is in there, as well as the AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. Also impossible to find those, by the way. And then along with it, of course, I think that's much cleaner as far as the tubing goes. Basically from the reservoir to the pump, from the pump up to the CPU block, from the CPU block up to the radiator. Again, that's a 3x120 radiator, push-pull design with the fans on top and fans on the bottom. RGB, of course, for maximum performance. And then back down to the reservoir there. I tried to clean the reservoir of them, but I did not have much success in that. It's not the prettiest looking reservoirs anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, that liquid cooling stuff, I ran through it here, I don't know, like a year or so ago. Did not do it any wonders. So again, my recommendation, if you're going to do liquid cooling, just run straight distilled water. Plain and simple, distilled water. Also, replaced my CPU block. Wasn't too happy about that one, but hopefully you can see that on there. They're all spider webbed around the input and output there. I don't know why it did that. It was not that way initially. At some point, I think maybe through the summer here, it did that, because it was fine at first, everyone, and then it was a few months ago I noticed, I'm like, what the heck happened to that? So, oh well. I didn't like the looks of it, everyone, so I bought a new one. Again, got the Corsair one there. A lot cheaper. The Corsair one's like half the price of this one. Now, will this Corsair work as good as, I don't know. We'll find out, everyone, but like I said, I did not like the looks of that one. Also, my water-cooled GTX 1080 Ti one, yes, it sprung a leak, so this is why I was in such a hurry to get one of these RTX 3080s. I needed to do something with this card, everyone. This actually is not the card I was running here. This actually is a dead card. I just mounted the water block back to it. This is a dead card that had a fan cooler on it, so I took the fan cooler blower off of this card, put it on my working GTX 1080 Ti. And I don't know why, but I put this back on the dead card for some reason. But anyway, it's back on there. The water cooling block here. Maybe remember, I don't know if I made a video on this or not, but about a year ago, or maybe a little more than that, sprung a leak on this side. From this fitting here. This is not a fitting I use. This is just a capped off fitting. It's like a three-way block. You can put top, bottom, or side on this. Same thing over here. It sprung a leak there, everyone. So yeah, I ended up having to fix that. And then while I was at it, I did gunk that one up as well. And yeah, unfortunately, about maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. I guess it was actually about 3 months ago now. This one started leaking. Just started, drip, drip, drip. Fortunately, it didn't go. It just drips down through the case there. This one here is right above the power supply, so that's no bueno on that one. But just dripped down like, okay, well, let's see. Once here, did some shopping, everyone. It's like, yeah, getting your hands on an RTX 3080 is almost impossible. So what I did, everyone, is I bought a whole computer with an RTX 3080 in it, along with an AMD Ryzen 9 5950X. So I don't know if you've seen the name of there. Got it from CyberPower. And like I said, I figured that was the cheapest, quickest way to get an RTX 3080. My other choice, everyone, was to get another water block or try to fix this. What has happened here, everyone, is they did not do a good job designing this, in my opinion. It's just got a plastic ring that these screw into, and that plastic ring has split, unfortunately. Again, I'm not using these. They split. I don't know, years of use, I guess. Not sure, but they split, and they were leaking. So that was the reason for the hurry up and purchase something that'll hopefully replace the our GTX 1080 Ti. And unfortunately, this computer did not come quick enough. It got to the point when this card actually started, literally just like a stream of water was coming from it. So at that point, I had to do something. Like, okay, well, I can't wait no more. I got to do something. So that's when I got the blower, cooler, switched them around. Real pain, everyone, but it worked. At least got me by for a couple of weeks here until I got this into this. So anyway, that leaves us with this, everyone. Probably gonna sell this system. 3950X. 1080 Ti one. That's a brand new board, M.2 2x something liquid cooler on it. That was like a free upgrade. Got what I thought was a really good deal on this. I bought this right around Black Friday. So I've actually had it about that long here. I got it a couple weeks after Black Friday there, but bought this around the Black Friday. I think it was the week before. They were having pre-Black Friday sales or something like that. Saved, I thought it was a pretty good amount of money, and got, like I said, got the free. I think that's a 2x120. Almost looks like 2x140. I'm not sure, but free upgrade to that liquid cooler. So anyway, I did benchmark this system before I upgraded. We're going to benchmark it again. I'm going to throw these numbers on here. I'll maybe throw them down in one of these corners so you folks can see it. Hopefully they're looking pretty good. We'll see once. I'm hoping for a slight bump up in improvement here, especially as far as graphical horsepower goes. You folks may remember about a year ago I upgraded this system to the 3950X AMD based system. Kept my GPU. And for the most part, I really did not see much in the way of gaming performance increase. Maybe slightly of them, but not really that much. So I'm hoping this will give us the boost this system needs in gaming performance. Again, it kind of sort of makes sense. I mean, it was only a 1080 Ti. Kept the same graphics card. The only thing that upgraded last time around was the CPU. Although I went from a 3rd generation Intel i7 to an AMD Ryzen 9. I thought there'd be a little bit more performance increase than that, but there really was not. So anyway, enough talking, everyone. I'm going to get this system fired up, put some water in it, hopefully it doesn't leak, and hopefully everything works. And like I said, I'm going to run some benchmarks, see what we get. So again, everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.